night. Ken, Dan, Bill, and Lou, the legend and his crew, for over 50 years, the longest show in town, Sports Open Mic.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Open Mic. What a beautiful Saturday morning in Misquamicut. Where would you rather be than right where we're sitting?
We
at
love
the
it.
Seafood Haven.
Absolutely.
That's Dan, that's Bill, and our good friend Bob Barber, who you mentioned the Seafood Haven and you got to mention Bob Barber's name.
Oh, appreciate that.
How many years, Bob?
Well, we were at the other end of the beach for 25 years, and we moved around for a couple of years, and then we got this area here, and it's great. We have inside seating. We do a great job. We have the deck, which is probably the prime spot. And then on these beautiful days, people want to sit out here and got shade. We have music. Your favorite cocktails. Great.
Oh, this is great right there where you are right now. You're sort of like right in the middle of right by the State Beach parking lot, really. So
it's amazing.
Very nice.
It's amazing how busy that beach gets.
Yeah. And it's very deceiving from when you drive by. I didn't realize how big the building actually was. And you do have some parking in the back.
We have some parking. Unfortunately, that's the drawback during the day. If you want to come here just for lunch, you do have to pay to park unless we have enough space in the back. But after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you can park at any of these lots. So, but what we get during the day are most of the people right here on the beach.
Yeah.
But we love it. I guess I must love it. I've done it a long time. Not ready to retire.
Well, they always say try to keep busy. Try to do a little bit of something.
Well, I think so. I think it makes you feel better. I have a reason to get up in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the season here goes to when?
Well, things kind of slow down after Labor Day, but we'll probably stay open till Columbus Day weekend. Last year, September was pretty decent.
Oh, September is usually the best time for the beach.
Oh,
it's
is.
And it's not really crowded.
Right. A lot of people don't want to come to the beach during the summer, but, in September, and you still got the great days. Got a lot of restaurants open, a lot of things to do. You can lie on the beach without people kicking sand in your face and stuff like that,
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the fact that Lewis is not with us this morning down here at Seafood Haven.
I was ready for him.
Yeah, he's on this. He is on a very important assignment. Hopefully, he'll put us in his prayers when he's in church.
Wow, Doug, I didn't get anything back from him. I sent him something. And
when you send somebody something, how do you expect that you're going to get a return?
Well, today would be a big day for him. It's Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium. See all his past stars. Not too many teams do an Old Timers game anymore.
Yankees, how many of they got going to be there?
Oh, there was like 30, 35 guys listed.
I remember the last old time game we talked about. My friend Joe Pepitone was there.
He'll be there in spirit.
And little did I know.
Having the spirits.
Little did I know when he told me where he was going to be that day. He was going to bring back a bag of balls. Signed by all those guys. Oh, God. The only one that got one was Gary.
But that should be an interesting day at Yankee Stadium today. Just watching the guys from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
They probably should watch closely to some of those guys that are there today because maybe they could sign them to a contract.
They need some of those guys back in their prime.
Well, you look at the stats. And how much Boston is doing well pitching. The Yankees.
And let me say, Lou, if you're listening, Bill has got a glow on him.
He does.
Oh my goodness! The Yankees The Red Sox
City
can't
Connect.
lose no matter who they play. And I gotta just do this for my friend Lou. Look at him! Look at him!
They do have the best ERA in Major League Baseball. They got the best bullpen ERA, and they just picked up a couple of good hitters who are actually helping them right now. Between Garcia and what was it?
Roy Rogers. They got a Roy Rogers on there.
No,
too.
Rogers is with another team. But they had a couple good pickups, and they're already producing for them. And I can't see right now how I can't unbelieve how Boston has just been playing. I mean, the pitching's been there all year, but finally the hitting is coming around. And it was a stat came out last night. They're the only team in the majors that have 4 guys over 60 RBIs.
Yeah.
They're spreading it out. It's not just one or two guys doing it all. That's, to me, it's shocking.
Well, yeah. Then when come playoff baseball time, you need to be able to have different guys that are able to hit those runs in, because one of those better players might go in a little bit of a slump. You know what I mean? We've seen it with Aaron Judge a little bit in the past. He's gone a little bit of a slump in the playoffs, and that's what's kind of hurt the Yankees at certain points, because they haven't been able to have those extra people to be able to help out. With the Red Sox, at least right now, they're hitting people in left and right. It doesn't matter what part of the lineup it is. Monasterio, I think, has been just an awesome addition to this team. Really providing a steady shortstop. And that's going to be really interesting when Trevor Story comes back. Do you keep Monasterio in?
Well,
Or do you put Trevor Story back in when Monasterio is playing so well?
they had their new pickup. Their catcher was throwing to second base yesterday, and Story was taking the throws. So he's kind of like itching to get back in, and it's like, take your time. The other guy's doing fine.
Yeah.
Why should he? He wants to play, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's do you upset the apple cart right now with a couple of guys are ready to come off the disabled list, like a Story. He's taking ground balls, he's taking throws, he's starting to swing. Anthony is starting to take some swings.
Oh, Anthony.
He's gonna try to come right back in and save the day.
Kind of Falefa has been taking some ground balls, and he was taking some throws yesterday.
Give me Nick Sogard in the lineup every single day of the
well,
week. I love that guy.
If those guys come back, who are you going to take off the rest? Was it yesterday? Weiser, who was pitched in 40-something games this year, they shipped him down because they needed pitching help because of the long year. They sent Weiser down to Worcester.
Yeah.
Because
they needed pitching help?
Yes.
What's he?
He's a reliever.
Wasn't he a pitcher?
But he threw 4 days in a row.
Oh, you didn't say that. No, I don't know. You're saying what they sent him down because they needed pitching. He is a pitcher.
Yes. But with the extra inning game.
Sorry, Bill, I'm sending you down to Pawtucket because I need a pitcher tonight.
Yes.
Hey, Coach, I'm a pitcher.
Yeah, but I can't throw. I've already thrown 3 days in a row. You never saw that days of old. If they told you to throw, you threw.
Speaking of days of old, how about that game we saw last Saturday?
Whew.
Before I forget.
Oh, you gotta explain some of the rules that you were talking
Oh
about
yeah,
yesterday.
we got the broadcast.
And one of them, as an umpire, Ken would have loved a hittable pitch.
Yeah, we saw over at Stonington last week with 1864 baseball. Howard played in 1864.
Really?
It was great. I thought it was going to be a exhibition game, which I had two. The second one was really
More of an
exhibition game. But the first game, team from Providence and a team from New York.
Yep.
And these guys actually played the game. I mean, they played to win. They didn't fool around either. They had you don't use no gloves, so you have to catch the ball barehanded.
Wow.
And I was just so impressed that how athletic these guys were.
Sure.
Yeah, there's like hundreds of teams across the country, and they compete against one another. And you don't have to catch the ball in the air. If you catch it on a bounce, it's an out. And the runner, when you run to first base on a ground ball, you can't run by the bag or else you're out. It has to be like a legit base hit. There's a lot of little different rules, and wherever it hits, that's either fair or foul. So it doesn't matter if it rolls either way. If it hits in fair territory, rolls foul, it's still fair.
Wow.
Lot of different rules, and the guys were really gracious as well.
Yeah,
you know,
they were
taking
good.
interviews right during the game with us,
I'll bet.
and it was a fun, and I'm sure they enjoyed it because, you know, probably don't get any of their games broadcasted like ever. You know, so it was their shot to
Well, they
really
didn't have
showcase.
broadcast teams back then.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, but yeah, just a really, really fun event, and I guess they're going to be doing it yearly now, which would be
that's
really
great.
fun for us here on 321
Sure.
to be able to cover.
And that umpiring thing that Bill was talking about was that you don't call a ball or a strike, you just call a hittable. If the umpire says it's hittable, well, it's hittable. You better hit it.
I would have never had extra innings.
Well, you can tell I'm not really a sports guy, but I've been definitely following the Red Sox this year. Well, it's amazing how great they're doing.
27-3 in their
Yeah.
last 30 games.
It's amazing.
I just heard Lou fall.
Well, you were talking to us a little bit earlier, Bob, about the addition of this bar right here.
Mm.
How big has that been for you guys and business, and has it promoted, you know, more people to come down?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's a great. We didn't have a beer and wine license before
Mhm.
this year, so we decided to pursue it, and it's worked out very well. So we decided to build the bar because a lot of times people come in, they don't really want to sit at a table, especially if they're by themselves. So they sit at the bar. We have a great bartender. He knows people, and he's very talkative, which is sometimes what you want when you're out by yourself drinking and you want to know what's going on at the beach and so on. So it's worked out very well. You know, mostly nighttime. Weekends we do have entertainment here. We have somebody right back here that'll be playing guitar or whatever. We do
Awesome.
that from 1 to 5 on Saturdays and Sundays.
What's your favorite dish here that you guys have? Your personal favorite? I'm sure
Well-
there's a lot.
Of course, I can't eat everything that we have, but lobster rolls are probably our top item.
Yep.
Whole belly clams, and I think we're one of the few places at the beach that sells whole bellies because they are right up there in price. But you know, when you're on vacation, you know you can splurge a little bit. So we have the whole bellies, we have fish and chips, we have steamers on the weekends, and of course lobsters.
And your famous chowder.
In our famous chowder. We just brought back Rhode Island chowder. Up until now, I've just had the New England, but people ask for Rhode Island, so we've got that. So
That's the kind Ken Collins likes. Yeah,
We
absolutely.
have the Rhode Island chowder. Of course, you can get that with 3 clam cakes. You know.
Oh.
What else can I tell you? It's just, of course, we have hot dogs and hamburgers, chicken fingers,
Yep.
things that kids like.
Yeah, so really, you know, appeals to everybody.
Oh, sure.
You got to try the clam chowder, the Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Chowder. And Bob makes a wonderful clam chowder. I've had enough of that down through the years. But it's very, a lot of people don't have it. I mean, you can't get it. You can get the New England, but not the Rhode
Right,
Island. So if you want Rhode Island clam chowder, stop at Seafood Haven.
Well,
Get those clam fritters
yeah.
too that they call
check,
them.
check it
That
out.
noise you heard going by, that was Lou.
Yeah.
Squawking at you, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, the Seagulls know the good spots too. They're hovering over here, just waiting
Absolutely.
eventually for them to open and get some food going.
Yeah, we have signs up that say, you know, watch your food, don't walk away from the table because
Right
yeah,
I've seen it down here where seagulls just come and grab the sandwich right out of your hand.
They're
they will.
crazy.
They will. And you know, and sometimes we can reimburse them, but I mean, we do have signs that tell you watch your food.
Wow. But it's a bit of a difference in what you usually do, though. Usually a little smaller operation.
Oh,
This
yes.
looks like
Just a takeout window.
much
yeah,
bigger. Yeah.
We were at the Seafood Haven down by the bridge, Weekapaug.
You were there for
For
years.
25 years,
Yeah.
1993 until 2007, and did a great business. You know, this is different, but you know, I had my first restaurant was, and I'm always telling people this. And they'll send me something on Facebook about Howard Johnson's. Remember Howard Johnson's? They went out of business, unfortunately, quite a few years ago. But that was my first venture in the restaurant business. I learned a lot through them. They used to be known for 28 flavors of ice cream, and I think I was only there 2 or 3 weeks before I had the job of ordering ice cream. So I guess they saw some potential in me. But that's how it started.
And from there,
Well, from there, well, let's see. I did go in the Navy. I was in the Navy I was in the reserves. So I was on active duty for 2 years on an aircraft carrier out of Norfolk, Virginia. So I came back and I worked for Ojo's for I think maybe 2 more years. Then I went to another business, and that's how I ended up here in Westerly. Originally from upstate New York. So it took me a while, but I consider this home now. That was 1970, actually, a long time ago.
You're a native now.
Oh, definitely. It took about 10 years, but I think I became a native after a while.
Yeah, this place has a way of doing that, though. You know, I feel like once you get down here and you feel the area and just get to know the people and stuff too, it kind of just feels like home eventually.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't trade. If I had the chance to go back upstate New York, I wouldn't. I haven't been up there in a few years. Unfortunately, my parents passed away a few years ago, so I don't really have a reason to go, but it might do me some good to get out of town and see people I haven't seen in a while.
well, you've always done a good job down here at the Seafood Haven ever since I've known you, and of course I've worked with you at ERI.
Yeah, those were the fun years. I'm always looking back on that. There was never a morning I hated getting up at 5 o'clock.
Makes it easier, doesn't it? When you're right though.
You get up and you get your day. I mean, I was there most of the day, but it's the same with here. I like to get here early, get things going, and by the time the help comes in, what needs to be done for the day, and everything seems to go so much better.
I was looking through some papers I found the other day. An article where it was me, you, and Dina. The last show on ERI in 1998.
I remember that.
The end of December 31st, I think it was.
That was kind of a sad day.
Yeah.
It was. But all good things come to an end.
That's what happened.
And usually there's something better waiting for you.
Yeah. Well, we had a good team.
We did.
At ERI, and we had a lot of fun. So
yeah, back in the day before computers, people would be listening to the radio in the morning to see if there was school.
yeah,
I love those kind of days.
yeah.
Nobody could get out, but you have to get to the radio station to let people know that hey, there's no school today. Foster, Gloucester.
How about Esther looking for the Powerball numbers? Remember Esther?
Yes. Yeah, she used to call every day. Yeah, you got to know a lot of those people, and you became friends with them. You really did.
They had their own time, I think, when they called in every morning.
And I think that was the highlight of the day, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
She says, Dina, do you have the Powerball numbers? Sweet old Esther.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 8:30. We got to take care of some business.
Yes, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with more from the Seafood Haven right after this.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men's shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's men's shop since 1911.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Welcome back to the Sports Open Mic on a beautiful Saturday morning. A lot of blue sky up there. So it should be a big day here in Misquamish, because I know we come down, we're at Seafood Haven, by the way, and when I came down this morning, there was already a line of traffic waiting to get into the state beach down here. So there'll be a lot of traffic in the area, and I guess get here early. Yeah, you see that parking lot over there pretty full all the time, huh, Bob?
And it's made a difference with the extra areas they put in this year, because the cars used to be lined up way up on Winnapaug Road. You know, if you were coming to the beach, if you had a business, you had to know when to leave or what roads to take, or it'd take you forever to get there.
Be like the days of old before '78, when you couldn't even come through town.
I know, I remember.
Because the beach traffic
Beach
would be
Street,
all the way in town.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's back before you were born there.
Well, actually, right now, it's Main Street on up to West Broad Street is where there's traffic in the morning. I see it all the time.
Oh, yes.
People heading down about
that
8:30.
place gets crowded.
Yeah.
Those roads.
And with GPS, people can find all the routes.
They're finding all the back streets and the ones that we used to know to get here quick.
Try to find those.
They're gone.
Well, you remember Joe Ruiz that used to work at?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yes.
we used to go up to the North Stonington Fair to do Sports Open Mic up there, and of course we'd see the traffic all backed up all the way to the Rotary back there. So Joe says to me one day, he says, "Well, we don't go back this way." I said, "No, we'll go the back way." So I took him back the back way to get back into town, and he said to me, he said, "You know what we should do next week?" He said, "We should stand at that Rotary with maps and sell them the easy way back to Westland,
Absolutely.
or to the beach, to Misquamish, because we knew all the different ways to go. We was always trying to make a buck. But here's another one. But now your title here is manager.
Yes, I guess you could say that. Caswell, hopefully he'll be here shortly, but we were business partners when I was at the Seafood Haven. And the final year there, I said, you know, I've done this long enough.
I would think a few years.
I said, you know what to do. You know, you've got the experience, and you know the right people, and you know how to get things done properly. So I said, you know, I'll do what I always did, but
I don't want the responsibility
He
anymore.
takes the bottom line for everything. He does a great job, and so it's like I'm an employee, but I'm doing what I always did anyway. So I love it. I can sleep better at night. You know.
Yeah, that takes a little bit of the pressure off, doesn't it?
It really does.
You don't have to worry about that delivery of seafood coming in,
Right.
and it's not here yet.
Yeah.
It's your problem.
But I tend to get concerned when things don't go right, you know, even though it's not mine. And I
Yeah, of
guess
course, because you're
I guess
still
that's-
here, you're involved, and of
Sure.
course you want to make sure that
Yeah.
the business is still thriving. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I always like to treat people like first-time customers. You know, if it's the first time you come here, you're kind of either impressed or not impressed by what you get. If you're a regular customer and something goes wrong, that'll happen occasionally in a restaurant. But you kind of overlook that. But for a first-time customer, or if somebody writes something negative about you, you know, stay away from there. You know, they don't know. So
And
Yeah.
and sometimes it's really not the food, just that person's having a bad day,
exactly.
and they just continue picking on someone because they're having a bad day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that's right.
And it's unfortunate. And I think as you get on in years, or after you've been in business for a while, you know how to treat people with a positive attitude. I mean, it's very easy if somebody's yelling and screaming at you to scream and yell right back, but that's not the way to do it. You hopefully
De-escalate.
hopefully you can calm them down, and so they leave happy. I worked at the casino for a few years off and on, and I learned so much from people there. That was their job, to put people back on level. You know, they've lost money or whatever, but they do whatever they can. Sometimes you can make people happy. Most of the time they could. You know, that was their job. That was what they got paid to do. You know, but life is life. So it's great.
That's all. You can't please
You deal with
all
that
the
in
people
everything,
all
though.
the time.
You know,
Or you do
doesn't
it.
matter what it is.
Oh, exactly.
Sports, any type of business, like you're never gonna please anybody.
That's like
Everybody, I
Ben
should
getting
say.
mad at me today.
Yeah. There's always going to be people that think they can do it better or, you know, whatever, but, you know, kind of just can't listen to them and focus on the people that truly appreciate
Right,
what, you know, what it is here, the seafood haven. So,
And you got some people sometimes that's all they're doing is looking for trouble. So,
and they're just looking for a chance
Oh,
to complain.
absolutely.
Yeah, they're looking for it.
really.
Yep.
And that's the saddest part, you know, that you have to, like you said, de-escalate the situation. But that's life.
That's like yesterday. I was
Oh
taking
boy, here we go.
no, I was taking one of the courses for the Interscholastic League, the sportsmanship, and that was a big thing. How to try to calm everyone down, make everyone on the same page, de-escalate, just relax, and a lot of it, you know, it happens.
Us.
You just got to calm everyone down. And Bob, you must have seen it throughout all the businesses. Just now and then, let's chill.
Oh, absolutely. So sometimes you can de-escalate it, and sometimes you can't.
Yeah, that's when you
You
got to
hate
call
to
the
tell
big boys.
someone, you know, really, we don't want your business. You hate to say that, but sometimes,
You have to,
you know,
yeah.
when you see them walking in, you say, no, we can't deal with this today.
Yeah.
But I'd say 99% of the time, everything's the way it should be. You're always going to get that one element.
Yep. Absolutely.
Now we did say about this place being open, but we didn't go over the hours.
We're open 11:30 to 9. And on Saturday nights, Caswell has what he calls Caswell After Dark. So our menu is shut down, the restaurant's shut down, but this is open here. So we're open till 11 o'clock on those nights. So and we have we have a small menu, chicken fingers, the kind of things you can eat. You know,
Quick bites.
yeah,
Yep.
So you actually bring Caswell in after dark.
yes.
He's the main event.
That was his idea, and people seem to be going for it. It was unfortunate. I think we started. I think it was the 4th of July. I think it was that night that it rained. We got all those thunder showers right at the time the fireworks had been going off. That was unfortunate. We'd had great days right up until then, but so I think we had to cancel that night. But the other nights have been very good.
Well, it's a no-brainer, especially just looking around. You got all these nice lights over here too. I'm sure it looks beautiful at night on a nice summer night.
Yeah, we have
And
some
people
nice-
will come out and stay out
Sure.
if you're open and you provide a good environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we have the drive-in right over here, which is open every night, Wednesday through Sunday.
Yep.
Come here, have a drink, and watch you driving.
Exactly.
That's it.
Unfortunately, you can't hear it, but you know, you got to have your speakers over there. But so that brings out a good crowd every night. Then we have a classic car show also on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, you always got something going on down
Yeah,
there anyhow, you know. Music.
Then Monday and Wednesday we have
Tunes.
Tunes on the Dunes. They've been doing that for years. That brings a big crowd.
By the way, Bob, Ben texted me and said Lou's replacement knows as much about sports as he does.
Oh man.
Sorry, Lou, those are not my words. Those are the words of Ben Barber.
No, I wouldn't even go there.
Hurry back, Lou. We miss you.
Yeah, we missed a little.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know. He said on that one text, I'm not coming back until they lose.
Do you end up getting his dust or what?
No,
No?
no,
Hasn't gotten it yet?
no. We were gonna do it today, but
Because I know Gary worked hard to get that.
yeah, definitely.
I'll tell you what, they had some.
Well,
They
Gary
had some the other night
They
when
had
they were
some
playing
the
the
other
White
night.
Sox.
Well, he mentioned it last week, anyhow. The dog.
Yeah. That game was unbelievable.
That, you're down to your last strike, and you get the base hit up the middle of the tie, and then back and forth.
Trailing the whole game, basically. Down 4-0, down 5-2, down 7-5, down 9-7, and you just keep coming back. It was special, unbelievable.
and some of the plays, Durant's throw. You had a couple of the infield plays that the shortstop Monasterio made. That he makes that real tough play. Now and then, he bobbles at the easy one, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't. He's not too bad of a shortstop.
It's not.
And he was a throw-in. Him and Siegler were two of the throw-ins in the Durbin deal.
And Siegler had a good game the other night as well. Had a double.
And coming off the bench a couple of times when Contreras had to leave the game. He's been sick lately, and he got hit right in the ear hole, and he had to leave the game. Sogard had to move over to first. Siegler is he's a spark plug.
Do you think some of these young guys just had to get used to playing in Boston and playing at Fenway Park in order for them to become this good?
Well,
I know they're winning games on the road, of course, too, but I mean, I'm sure that's got something to do with it because we talked about their home record for so long at the beginning of the season, right? They're not doing that bad on the road, but they can't win at home. Now, obviously, they're winning in both places, but how much do you think that factored in?
well, I think they just had to get together because Siegler, Durbin, and Monasterio, they came from Milwaukee. You had the first baseman in Gray coming from St. Louis, so maybe it just took a couple of months for them to gel together. Because remember, a lot of guys missed.
They've been playing well for 2 months now.
Yeah, a lot of guys
So
missed
they
spring
started
training.
right at the beginning. Those guys.
I understand that, but spring training, some of them weren't there because they were in the World Baseball
I know,
Tournament.
Bill, but you said this streak's been going on for quite some time now.
Yeah,
So how long were they there before they started
31
winning?
and 5, last
Yeah.
36.
no, it took a couple months to get together, and that's what it looks
They were
like.
winning during that couple of months you're talking about, aren't you?
No, I'm talking about April and May.
Wow, that's
In
when
June.
Cora was there too. You got to take that into consideration.
But even a little bit when Tracy first took over, they were still like struggling a little bit. Do you think it was just like everything that goes along with playing in Boston
A lot
with some of
it,
the
yes.
guys?
I think it helped because they knew that manager better than they knew Cora, and they played better for him. A lot of those guys played for the young kids played for him.
Yeah,
But even the guys they brought in, Bill, the guys got a different attitude than Cora has.
definitely.
So they must have hit.
Yeah,
a lot of times managers and players obviously collide with one another. They're not going to agree.
Correct.
So this guy might just have the personality that he knows how to get the best out of everybody.
Yeah. Cora,
He's going to be manager of the year, no doubt about it. Lou already told me.
He's got all the inside sources.
Gray as a Cy Young, it's already done.
yeah, but you also
Watch out, Contreras might win AL MVP.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. AL MVP.
Monasterio could get
No. AL MVP.
Cedon,
No. Cedon's my boy.
Abreu.
No. He's in Houston. He's leading the league.
Yeah, it's
in
Alvarez.
hitting.
Yeah.
He's leading the league in home runs, and he's two behind in RBIs. He's going to win a triple crown.
They
Yeah.
got a long way to go yet before that.
This kid's going to win a triple crown. I mean,
A lot of season.
he is
He is unbelievable though.
on fire. And the thing is, He reminds me a lot of Poppy. He's a DH. I don't want to worry about the field. I just love hitting. And he hits.
He's clutch too.
He rakes. He had I think last night he had a couple of hits to drive in some runs. And Houston is a team right now that you got to say probably is going to win the West.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a crowded division with Texas and Seattle in there. But as of right now, how all three of those teams are playing, you got to pick Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could go any of those three teams.
Now, were you surprised that Oscar Mayer got traded?
Nope.
I told you, I think he was trouble.
I think
I
you're
think
right.
they probably saw red flags along the way somewhere throughout the beginning part of the season. And they decided that it was best to just part ways with him. Maybe he just needed a change of scenery, but just decided it wasn't for them.
Well,
they separated
what
him.
helped though? What helped is that the way that kid's playing shortstop, and that other guy too, Chong or whatever his name is.
Chang, yep.
He can play there too. So that certainly helped. So they weren't going to take any grief from Oscar Mayer there, whatever his name is. So they figured they just get rid of him. As long as
Marcelo Meyer is his name, everybody. Marcelo Meyer.
But they split him and Roman Anthony up because they were chumming together. And
yeah.
So
it's
so to
up
speak.
all right.
well, that's when they send Roman.
Roman just went home. He didn't
Sent him
want
to
play
Florida.
anymore.
They sent him to
Hey,
Florida.
see ya. Hang out in Fort Myers.
Stay away from him.
They didn't-
Bad influence.
They didn't have to split him up. He wasn't even there. Roman.
But
he wasn't there that long, and they decided
They were when he got shipped down there. The word was that Meyer and Anthony were out clubbing all the time.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. But they can still do that, can't they?
Well, not when one's in Florida and the other one's he's in San Fran right now. No,
I think the problem is for Boston, right? You hear that, and you're like, both of these guys have had injuries, right? Are they doing everything that they possibly can to be committed to getting back on the field, right? Is Roman Anthony doing? I have no idea. We're just asking the questions,
Yeah,
right?
right.
We're not there, right? We don't know how significant his hand injury really was, but through things that we hear, it's like it makes you question: Are you really trying to get back to 100% to try to help this team win a World Series too?
And we don't know if the sunflower seed is really. It could be a cure for a wrist
It could be.
because he ate a lot of them.
He could have some insight that we don't know. They might have done some recent studies
now,
that prove that it helps.
Yeah.
speaking of injuries, the guy you say was my boy on rehab assignment, he's got another surgery. Casas just had another surgery, another injury.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I'm really surprised about that.
Send him to that Providence League there that recover there, whatever it is. Maybe he can play there for a while.
What the senior league?
He has nothing but injuries on his resume. He's got more injuries.
How is
than
that possible, Bill?
And that's just like
No,
Maya
he's got
and
more
Anthony.
injuries than hits.
Close.
How does that happen, though? Like, how do you get hurt rehabbing? Please, like, I just want to know because he's not the only guy that it has happened to. Well, I just like, how does that happen?
I
don't
can't
know.
tell you.
I don't know.
I overswung. I tripped on the foul line.
Stubbed my toe on the sidewalk.
Now Boston's trade to get the catcher.
If Bob was rehabbing, Bob would
He would
be
do
in
it the
more
right way.
serious area than
Yes.
hot grease or something.
I put my hand on that grill. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was lit.
Exactly.
He'd rehab the right way because he's got to make sure Seafood Haven's all set.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Gee, what babies they are.
Do you think they gave up too much for?
Wait till you see this guy, Casa. Man, he's great.
Honestly?
he's gonna be a great first baseman.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Oh God, you what?
This guy's the next David Ortiz.
I never said David Ortiz.
I don't know who you said, but I just thought of a name and
And,
threw one out
and
there.
the worst thing about the whole thing is claim to fame is going to be they handle the microphone well when they network put him on one
Yeah,
night.
He's looking for a job.
Well, he
Don't let him see Ben.
he could get he could get a job there. That's it. He was good at that.
We do need more broadcasters if anyone's interested out there.
Reitman trade.
Listen, I think they might have overpaid a little bit,
I don't think so.
but I don't really care at the end of the day,
Prospects.
right? Like
The prospects.
you have a team that is playing baseball the best in the league right now. You got to go for it.
You
have to. You don't get these opportunities all
Correct.
that often, right? And Boston finally was like, hey, we're going to go for this thing, right? Because fans in the past have questioned, oh, why didn't they do anything at the trade deadlines, all this stuff. Well, guess what? They know they have the team that they can do it with now. They've already seen it. And they might have overpaid slightly when you look back on it, but I personally don't think so, because you're getting an all-star caliber catcher who could be there for, a lot of years.
3-time All-Star. He's signed for another year after this.
And look at what Rodgers is already doing. He had a double last night. I know he's like a throw-in, but
He'll be down in Worcester once once catch comes off the Sable list. But all right, they gave up 3 prospects, number 2, number 4, and like number 9, and a backup catcher. You don't know. Look at we're not going to get rid of Meyer because he's our number 1 prospect. Oh, you got rid of him because he didn't pan out.
What's the point?
The prospects, you don't know if they're going to pan out in the pros.
oh yeah, exactly.
If you got a shot to better your team, which getting this catcher is going to help the Red Sox for at least the rest of this year and next year. And if he likes it in Boston, maybe
That's
sign
what they
him.
just said. You got to go. They're going for it.
Yeah.
So what's the?
Well, I'm just saying, people said they overpaid for him.
Yeah,
I don't
or
think-
people
I don't
say
think they
that. It's
did.
ridiculous.
I don't think they overpaid for him.
You're
don't
never
know.
going to satisfy everybody. That's the
you
problem.
can't answer that until those guys come to the major leagues and play. Then you might have an argument.
And who knows
In
if
the
that ever
meantime,
happens.
In the meantime, if the Red Sox win the World Series, it
It's
doesn't
worth it.
matter.
Yeah. Even if they make the World Series, even if they go
Right.
deep in it doesn't matter.
Because you never know what that. There's been a lot of number 1, number 2 guys. Look at the guy they picked up, Jones, the guy from Detroit. He was a number 1. You don't know what's going to happen. He failed.
Well, how are you supposed to know?
Well, if you got this, no,
You don't know.
No, you don't have the
You're
crystal
never
ball.
going to know.
Guess what? Boston knows about Adley and what he can do. That catcher. So I love it.
Yeah, now that guy has been proven major league player.
Proven.
He's a switch hitter, right?
Yep.
So that was the right.
He's a good
move.
defensive catcher too.
Yeah.
3-time All-Star.
Yeah, like no
and,
brainer.
And he's going to like hitting the Fenway.
Now, I saw this pop up the other day. Gunnar Henderson, their shortstop,
They don't. Yeah.
is a free agent at the end of this year. Is that someone who they should go after?
Well, that's a possibility.
If it was me, I'm going after him
That's a strong possibility.
because that guy's good. And
Oh,
Story's
yeah.
on the back end. Still, I mean, Monasterio has played well, but you don't know long
He
term.
might have to go back to the monastery, too.
But you're able to get a guy like
I'll tell
Gunnar
you what.
Henderson. I don't know.
A couple times with
If
Monasterio.
you could get Gunnar Henderson, don't worry about Monasterio.
No.
He's had some nice hits, but he likes to try to stretch it to doubles. He
I like the aggressiveness though. sometimes.
flops the helmet off.
He's got his
Those are-
goggles on too.
Maybe you should flip the goggles off. That So you figured Lou was right. He told me you were going to say they World Series. No,
No, I didn't say.
that's what Lou said you were going to say. I'm like an interpreter for Lou.
Lou needs, but I
What do you
do.
mean he
I,
needs?
well,
What
he
do you need?
needs some help. That's what he says. I don't think they need help. Once Judge comes back, they're going to be all set because the guys they picked up at the trade deadline are hitters.
Is this a
Their problem is going to be Judge comes back and Stanton comes back. Where are they going to play some of these guys?
the guys that haven't been producing?
No, but one guy's playing first base and they're having Rice DH. Oh.
Well, who's
Right,
coming back that they got to worry about other than Judge?
Well, Stanton's supposed to be on his way back.
Well, he's a designated hitter. He's nothing else.
All right, so he's
Well,
a
Rice at first
designated
base.
hitter. And Rivas, where are you going to play him?
Bench.
They
Well, you
just traded for him, and he's one of the few guys that are hitting almost 300.
So do you not put Stan back in the lineup then?
Yeah, you're paying him.
So this is what happens when these
Forget
teams, right?
Forget the pay
You're
thing.
paying him $35 million.
These teams, they go out at the trade deadline and they get people for certain positions for people that are injured, but then they come back and then you're in a logjam. This is what happened to the Red Sox before too, right? People got hurt and then might have been because they had a lot of young players playing the same positions too, but you have log jams and then you have to make tough decisions as to who's gonna play. It's good to have that depth, but you also got to be able to keep everybody kind of happy too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and it's not easy thing to do. But would you rather? Then I've heard. Well, I'd rather have more than enough than not enough.
It's.
do you think
keeping
it's a
everyone
problem
happy.
for the Yankees though that every
And
time
don't
Judge
forget
gets
they're in
hurt?
first place, aren't they?
Well, the Red Sox and
I-
Yankees are tied for second right now.
No.
In the AL East, right?
No, the Yankees are up by half.
Oh, okay.
Well, basically.
Tied in the loss column.
But is it a problem that every time Judge goes down, the Yankees can't still play well? Like, do you see that as being an issue with the rest of the players on their team? Like,
Well-
why do they just need Judge to be in the lineup for them to be
Yeah,
good?
They're still 14 games over 500?
I don't think the
What the-
Yankees are playing bad.
I don't think
I
so
think
either,
it's
but
because the Red Sox are playing so good. That's where the discrepancy comes in.
Yeah.
It's wow, but the Yankees are hanging in there. I mean, it's not like
even before, remember last year when Judge got hurt? The Yankees struggled.
yeah.
So, I mean, I know he's a really big difference maker, of course, but
You know what the weird thing came up the other day? Red Sox were having 51 and 46, or they were like 12 games over. They almost had the same record for the last 3 years on that date. So, yes, the Red Sox are playing great baseball right now. Now, are they going to be able to hold it?
How long can they? There's no way that they can
No.
play. That
No, they
kind of
won't
baseball.
either.
There's no way. And that's what I said when the Yankees and Tampa, even as good as the Red Sox are playing,
They're playing just
they're still 4.5 games behind both those teams, right?
Yep.
Or
and,
five.
and Tampa made a couple of nice pickups at the trade deadline. They got a catcher. They got an infielder. They're going to be a tough team to catch, and you don't play them that much anymore. I think they only have one series left with Tampa.
yeah.
They only have one. The Red Sox have one series with the Yankees. 4-game series because of the rain out.
We are in Misquamicut at the Seafood Haven, basking in the sun.
We are
Well, a
Beautiful breeze.
Saturday.
down here this morning.
And we'll talk more about
And-
that, more about the Red Sox, more about the Yankees, and the Mets. How about the Mets?
No.
We can talk about them too.
And
Oh, and the
something's
NFL
gotta
had
be
their
done.
Hall of Fame football game the
Yes.
other day. That was really entertaining as well.
All right.
and can I say something before?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. I know.
You're paying for this dime.
These guys are the experts with sports. I'm not really a sports guy. I'm a restaurant guy, but just so you know. So that's why I'm not saying a whole lot about what's going on. But I love these guys. They know their trade. All right, I'm all set.
Thank you, Bob.
Appreciate that. We'll be right back right after this.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's men's shop since 1911.
Yeah, I don't
We're
think
back.
so.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back. Seafood Haven. Beautiful weather down here. It's sunny right now. Nice.
Beautiful
Looks like
day
it's
in
going to be a
Squamish.
good day today.
Now,
Bob, what time you open?
We open at 11:30. We're open till 9. So 7 days a week.
now on rainy days,
Rainy days, unfortunately,
the deck's not being used.
no, the deck's not being used. We do have inside seating, and we tend to do okay in the afternoon. But if we don't have the drive-in, there's been nights where we have to cancel the drive-in because of rain. So there's really nobody
Around.
patrolling the beach, you know, or riding around the beach. So we'll close maybe a little bit earlier on those nights. But as a rule, you know, afternoons are good.
But we want sun until Columbus Day every day.
Exactly. Absolutely. I don't think we have a big deficit on water anymore.
No, we're all set.
At least not at the moment.
But I think people that drive by the Seafood Haven now, you have to come in because I didn't even realize that you had the inside seating like you do. I mean, that's a pretty big area in there.
Yeah, we have roughly 50 seats inside as well as outside.
And there's a big deck out here where we're
And
sitting.
we used to have 3 parking spaces behind me, and they weren't utilized that much. And in the scheme of things, we thought, well, maybe we'd be better off to put some tables out there. So we've actually increased our seating out here, and that's pretty popular. You know, people right on the can't get any closer to Atlantic Avenue than that.
So maybe you run down a few things that are on the menu. I don't know if we missed anything.
Well, like I said, lobster rolls are,
Scallops?
and we have sea scallops. We have fried shrimp, fish and chips. On the weekends, we have steamers, calamari. That's a big item. Of course, all our dinners come with French fries, coleslaw. We have a special coleslaw, different than you'd actually get in most places. People like it. It's good for you. It's healthy for you. Of course, hot dogs, hamburgers.
Yeah, it's kids menu too.
So,
And the only thing we don't serve is coffee.
and we don't serve coffee. Can you imagine that? I have to bring my own coffee in the morning.
We got to put a K-cup in there for you, Bob.
Well, you know, if there was a demand for coffee, we'd certainly have it. But really, it's not the type of business. Occasionally, somebody might come in the afternoon and want a coffee, you know. But as a rule, so you serve what people want. You know what's easy to prepare.
and anyone can come sit at the bar anytime for a drink.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when years ago when there was establishments across the street, the outside bars used to do well.
Oh yes. Yeah, because people come to the beach, you know, from wherever,
We're gonna have a
Hartford or
cold one.
Springfield. They love being this close to the water. You know, when it's 80 degrees here, it's probably 90 degrees or 100 where they're from. So even though it might be a little uncomfortable for us, they're happy to be here.
You guys on your screen right now are seeing the view from the deck. As you can see, the beach right across the street,
Good.
right over there. Beautiful spot. And make sure to not miss the sign out here. You see it to the left of your screen, Seafood Haven. Make sure to come down. Beautiful spot.
Yeah, we look forward to serving you.
Isn't that pretty cool? Can move the camera from here.
Absolutely. Great job.
Now, did you get a big rush for fritters? Because
Oh,
I
I
the other
think,
place used to be.
I don't think I mentioned clam fritters. Yes, we still have the same recipe. And we probably don't sell as many as we used to because the menus will set up a little bit differently. But you can get a half a dozen fritters or a dozen fritters. Or we have a bowl of chowder with 3 fritters. So,
And clear chowder.
and clear chowder.
Not too many places serve it.
Ken Collins special.
Well, you guess there are 2 kinds, so a lot of places
3
don't have-
kinds.
don't have the clear. So
Well, you know, we used to have a lot of calls, not really here, but when we were down the street, people would ask for Manhattan chowder. And
That's my least favorite. But
I'm thinking, you're not in New York, you know. But then I think I was watching the Food Networks. You know, you tend to watch those kind of programs that maybe you'll learn something that you didn't know.
Well, I thought you were going to teach. I'll go against Bobby Flay.
Oh, he could.
I don't know about that. But I learned that if you put a red sauce in the Rhode Island chowder, it's Manhattan,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, a lot of people say most people that make New England make the Rhode Island chowder and just add cream.
Exactly. You can do that too, sure.
what's the biggest thing you learned throughout all the years of kind of being involved in this place?
Satisfy everyone.
Who knows? Maybe we have, a
I would-
listener
I would-
that, might want to start something of their own in the food industry. What's the biggest piece of
Well,
advice
I'd
that
say
you
that's the number
would have?
one. There's a lot more to it than just opening
Yeah.
a restaurant. Any business. I mean, the biggest thing probably is prep. You've got to be looking ahead. You don't just come in the morning and say, "Well, what do we do today?" You've got to be. And I learned quite a few years ago. I worked for people that actually ran patties many years ago, and I learned so much from them. A seasonal business, you don't run it like a year-round business.
You can't.
And there's a way you open up, there's a way you close up. It's not just a matter of opening the door and you're ready to go. I remember when I first came to Westerly, I think I used to open maybe in April once I started this business. Not that we did a lot of business before Memorial Day, but it gave you a few weeks to get things going, and so you're
Yep.
ready when the crowd actually came. And the first year I was here, I was surprised 'cause nobody told me, and that's before computers, so you didn't always know how a business had done previously. All of a sudden, Memorial Day came. It was like a city. And I said, what the heck happened? Where did all these people come from?
Well,
But then you learn through the years
Yeah.
that you've got to be ready for that.
well, especially with fresh seafood, you got to not only know if a holiday's coming up or if it's good weather coming in or if it's bad weather, because you don't want to waste.
That's the big thing. We tend to be checking out the weekend weather by Tuesday or Wednesday. Decide how we should order.
No, I'm going to need extra fish, or I'm going to
Of
need
course,
extra.
this time of year it's a little bit easier, but by about the third week in August, you have to really be watching how you order. The goal is, even though if you're open later through September, you want to cut your menu down. But anyway, to answer your question, I guess I learned that. Well, that was probably the first thing I learned. You really got to be prepared for a rush, you know, and it takes a while. For quite a few years, it used to take me, even though the business I always say starts really June 20th to Labor Day. For a few years, it took me till like July 10th before I really had it going the way I wanted it to. Even though you do it every year, you know, and you don't maybe change a lot of things. Next thing you know, you're slammed because you've been slow for a few weeks, and all of a sudden you're slammed. You have to work in a different mode. You've got to be. Then I would say the other thing I probably learned, which is very important, and a lot of managers, I know so many owners, they don't treat the help well, you know, and you know, I learned a long time ago, if you want to compliment somebody, do it publicly. If they did something wrong, preferably do private. Sometimes you may have to deal with the situation right at that moment. But boy, if nobody wants to be chewed out in front of customers. Maybe sometimes it's necessary, but you know, you get better help too. You treat people well. People need days off. I mean, in the summer, sometimes it's not convenient. Sometimes you can do it, but you know, if you give if they let you know ahead of time, if they need a certain day off, you know, with family, especially with younger people that we have, the family's going on vacation or whatever, and obviously the children are going to go with them. So if we know ahead of time, you know, you can allow for that.
And how often do you see kind of like, I'm sure your staff isn't completely the same every single summer.
No,
right?
Fortunately, we get a lot of, through the years, I've had college, people through high school, through college. So, you know, eventually they're going to leave.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like your normal business where you can, you know, raise their pay and better jobs through the years, because they're only working to get through school and whatever. We have a civil engineer that's working for us now. You know, he's working here for the summer. So
Nice.
it's a good job. You know,
Just don't want to give the
and you get-
secrets away.
you get good people.
But how challenging is that every summer? Or is it not a big deal because you guys are able to find the right people to be able to work here?
I think if you get,
Or maybe just your business in general attracts the right people too.
people tend to want to work where either they know people, which is not always a good idea, hiring friends. I'll definitely, you know, say that.
Yeah.
But people want to work where people get along. You know, you don't want to deal with drugs and things like that, and which can certainly happen in this kind of environment.
Yeah, in this kind of environment, you want to be working where you know it's going to be busy, so you can make some money too.
Exactly.
For waitresses and
Yeah,
a
of course.
bartender.
Yep.
And if you go to a place that's slow, you're going to have problems. You go to a place that's busy, you're going to be on top of everything.
And I find things run so much better when it's busy. On a busy day, you know you can't screw up. You screw up now, you're probably going to be in a mess for about a half hour. You know.
Yep.
Where on a slow day, I think it's easier to cook 50 hamburgers at once than it is to cook one, because you know it's still work, and you got the grill. You might as well have it filled with. I'm not saying that's always the case. But.
Yep.
And then and it's not like a lot of businesses, Bob, where you just open the door in the morning and wait for the customer to come in.
Right.
I think the best thing you said was the prep. How much work you got to do before you even actually open the door,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's every day.
And even breakfast restaurants that open at 6 or 7 in the morning, they don't get there at 6 or 7. They get there at 4 or 5.
Yep.
You know, you got to be ready
Now, speaking of prepping, every day we're making chowder, right?
every day.
When Bob sees me coming, he just gets the bowl out, puts the chowder in, and gets it, throws the fritters on.
I won't give you my secret, but yeah.
No, but a lot of people don't realize you're not just making one pot of chowder every day.
Right.
You're making multiple pots.
And you've got to prepare for it.
Yeah.
You've got to know how much you served last week. Unfortunately, at the beach, everything's kind of determined by the weather. Where your average business, you know, you're going to have certain times of year that are busier than others. but just have to be prepared.
And if you start to run out, you go out into the pond and you get some more
Yeah.
clams.
Yeah.
Well, in that preparation that you talked about, I think it applies in everything too, right? You need to be prepared with whatever you want to pursue, right? Because if you're prepared, you're going to be more confident, you're going to be more
Exactly.
organized. But yeah, just interested in hearing all the little ins and outs. And of course, yeah, with the weather and the type of business that you have, you got to be on top of all that stuff.
And it's
as well.
It's great to have more than one supplier, especially for seafood. Because if there's something going on in the area on a weekend, maybe steamers are just going to be hard to get because everybody's ordering steamers that weekend where they don't normally. So you have two suppliers, and I always anticipate the fact that maybe the supplier is going to be out of something by Friday. So maybe I'll order a little extra on Wednesday or Thursday, because come Friday, I can't get it that we don't have it for the weekend. So that's kind of how you have to order and realize they may have a problem, or sometimes they just can't get what they need, and so all of a sudden, a lot of their customers are out of luck too. So
Yeah, you don't know if the boat went out this
oh
this
yeah,
week.
and all this rain that doesn't help either. You know,
Now you're using both Stonington and Point Judith.
Mostly Stonington. We do deal with place in Groton. I guess I could mention their name: City Fish, or Connecticut Shellfish. They treat us well, and they come every day. So you just have
That's all you
to
can ask for.
remember to
Good
place
product.
your order.
Yeah, and I was surprised that you said about the whole bellies, that a lot of places don't sell them.
No, because
Those are the best clams to have.
well, they are they're very expensive. Because I think right now we're paying maybe $1.75 or better a gallon, and they kind of go up through the summer. There'll be a point where they're a little cheaper. So you have to know how to treat the product, and if you're not selling it, you got to know how to handle it. Because sometimes you just can't. If you don't want seafood hanging around 3 or 4 days.
No.
In fact, I'd rather run out every day than to have more than we need. Then you got to figure out, if you're smart enough, you know how to handle a lot of these things and maybe incorporate them into some other part of your menu.
And I think that's why you trust somebody like Bob, who's been in this business so long, that you're buying it really from him. Where he gets it from, we rely on him to know what, the right place to do it and how to do it. And certainly, I'd put my stock in him. He's been here a long time.
So, appreciate that.
And it's a lot better having the fresh stuff than the frozen stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we don't even consider. You can buy clam strips, frozen. They're already breaded. It's not the same thing.
Oh. All right, open at 11:30. Beautiful day today.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Yeah, my help should be showing up shortly. Get things going. The beginning of last year we used to open at 11, and really 11 to 12 wasn't a lot of business. 'Cause like I said, people, they get to the beach, but they want to spend some time in the sun. They don't really get hungry till 2, 3 o'clock. Then this year we decided to open at 12. Then I think around 4th of July, people started pounding on the door at 11:30. So we said, well, let's open at 11:30.
It changes year to year.
Yeah.
Most of the people probably just pound in. How is the bar open yet?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. You come on a Sunday morning, not really here, but I know I've been to some of the other businesses on a Sunday morning, and it's packed 10:30. But they're on vacation. That's what you do.
Well, yeah, and how important is it to obviously things aren't going to go perfect all the time, right? How important is it for, someone in your position to be able to just keep a level head, right? And not compound it by, stressing yourself out or, making more mistakes.
Well, I was about to say earlier, I do better now than I used to. I mean, I used to get upset.
Because it's tough, yeah.
And fortunately, if you can do it out of sight of customers, I always say it's like you're on a stage. If things aren't going well in the kitchen, the customer shouldn't have to know that. you know, if everything, you know, you're doing your job properly, if things aren't going well, but the customer doesn't see it, that's really what you want. You know, there's nothing worse than being in a place where, you know, two employees are arguing.
Yep.
You just don't feel comfortable there. You know, so, and I'm not saying things don't happen, but as a rule, like I said, you treat your employees well. They're going to have your best interests
Absolutely.
at heart as well.
All right, getting back to baseball. Scuba deal. You like it?
It's good
They
for the
didn't get-
It's
they
good for
didn't
the
get-
Dodgers.
They didn't get a lot for it.
It's good for the Dodgers. I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting listening to Scooble in his interviews after the trade and stuff too. He didn't want to go.
No. And
He
Mize-
loved it in Detroit.
And Mize didn't want to go.
And I feel like it says a lot about the Tigers organization. I don't understand, right, why you couldn't have paid that guy to stay there. You hear this guy talk about your franchise the way that he has and is still continuing to do, even though he's on arguably the best team in baseball, about to maybe win a third World Series, but all he's worried about is how he misses that organization. Isn't that a problem
Now, I think it is.
with the Tigers? Like,
Now, the Tigers could have offered what the Dodgers are going to do. As of right now, there's still deferred money because in the big negotiation that is happening, the players are really fighting to keep that money, the deferred money, and the owners, a lot of them want to get rid of that because the deferral contracts are only helping right now the big markets. But Detroit, they could have said, I'll give you $40 million a year and we'll defer 35 and still kept him.
Well, you said he wanted to stay in Detroit anyhow.
Yeah.
So why?
but he had to stay there for the right number though. too.
Yeah.
No,
you know,
I understand
'cause-
that.
But if you're that organization, how do you let a guy like that walk out? You know,
And,
Like,
and you're in the playoff hunt. You're only 2 games out of the wild card, and you trade your number 1 and number 2 pitcher.
but this is the overall problem with a lot of these major league teams, and this is why the MLB is about to go into a lockout.
Yep.
Is because some of these teams just refuse to spend
spend.
money, and that's what the players are
That's
trying
what
to
the
say
big
in this
problem is.
situation.
Yeah.
Right? I was watching a game. I can't remember who was playing. It wasn't a Red Sox game, but the commentators were talking about the whole situation, right? And the players' argument is that some of these owners aren't spending enough money that they do have. All these people are billionaires, by the way, billionaires, right? They have all this money that they're not investing in the team. And some owners are, and that's why some of those owners and teams have been doing better than some of these other teams.
Well, what they're really bitching about is the money from the luxury tax is
Complaining
not
about
being.
it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Complaining about it.
They're not spending the luxury.
Is there a way to bleep that out?
We don't have to bleep
We don't
out anything.
know.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, here we go.
do if I want to.
I'm
So
sorry.
this is restart. Continue.
I heard booze.
That's Mr. Ben Barber.
You are cash.
Fire.
No, I think
Complaining is where you were.
Yes, that's what he said. Yes.
if they had put that luxury tax into the major league salaries, I think the Players Association would be happy.
They've been
But they're
doing that for years, ever since they started that
Right.
thing. And
Correct.
those certain teams don't put the money. That's what it was set up for, so they could use that money to try to compete. But if you're not going to use the money,
But now they're just taking it,
yeah,
these owners.
right.
It's a problem. And I see both sides. I'm a little bit more on the players' side, though.
Well, if the money was designated to help them to try to compete, the whole thing was, well, we can't compete with compete with the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Dodgers. Well, we're going to try to help you. That whatever they call the one they
Luxury tax.
luxury tax. So they give them the money. Then they say, well, you know, it looks good in my pocket.
Exactly.
Let's leave it there.
And signing some of these big contracts, that luxury tax is not included with the deferred money is not included with that luxury tax until they have to pay it. So that's kind of screwed up too. And I think
They got a lot to work through.
I can't see how they're going to
But
be playing ball too.
the Dodgers getting another Cy Young winning pitcher. What do they have? 4 of them now in their
Yeah, I mean, they got
possible 4 in their
Snell,
rotation.
Glass now. They're both should be coming back from injury. Otani can't pitch, but it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Well, he could, but they're saying, well, with these other guys, why?
They don't need him to pitch.
They don't even need him to pitch. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
But any other trades you think were?
I mean, I thought the Yankees getting Adele was a pretty good move for them. The outfielder from the Angels. I think he's a solid outfielder. I think he can help them for a little bit until Judge gets back, and who knows, he maybe finds himself in the everyday starting lineup because he had good flashes with the Angels while he was over there.
I think the Rays getting the catcher from Miami, and everyone talked about Jeffries going to the Yankees, or the guy from Colorado getting traded. Colorado didn't dump a lot of their big players like they have in the past.
Maybe they have some trust in those guys moving forward.
Or they asked too much.
Maybe. Ben Barber commented, I was told Ken would be handling negotiations for the players' union. He'd be a tough negotiator, that's for sure. He's a guy you want in that room.
Straighten up, boys.
Straight up.
Get together here. I'll tell you what has to happen. Well, that's what they have to do. But I
Business
don't-
at the end of the day.
But see, it got out of hand, and once it gets out of hand, those guys got the players. They got the upper hand. I mean, there's no question about it.
Well, and this is what you're going to see eventually in college sports too. I guarantee it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all out of control, and eventually it's going to get to a point where you're going to be seeing less and less college teams too, because these teams are not going to be able to continue to afford to be able to play against all these other schools, and it's just going to be a problem.
And then you got in Major League Baseball, all those guys are millionaires that are playing. I mean, do you think that they have to worry about going home and telling their wife, "Oh, geez, honey, we're going on strike. I don't know what the hell we're going to do for the next. If it's 6 months, we're I don't know what to do. I'm scared." No, they go home and say, "Honey, just
write out a
worry
check."
about thing."
Exactly.
That's the problem.
So, hey, we just got the money from the endorsement deal that I got
Yeah.
to, like we're going to be okay.
And
And
Nike
if you spend 10
wants,
plus years,
Yeah.
you get the retirement anyway.
and Nike wants me again, so I mean we're fine. Don't
This-
worry about a thing. Honey.
This year, they want me to have my own cleat.
Right.
Yeah.
I go to work at some plant somewhere, and they're going to go on strike. Wait, I'm not going to get no money. Hold on a minute.
Excuse me.
A little different.
Chicago Cubs, 2 brand new pitchers in their staff, and they're the top wild card team. What's management trying to say about their staff?
They're trying to bolster it up a little bit. Just trying to give them some extra arms heading to the playoffs. If they do make the playoffs, I think it's a good move.
Security.
Yeah, right? I mean, you can never have enough
Insurance.
pitching.
Right, and you never have enough pitching. Oh, you don't like that?
No,
You
I'm
didn't
just-
like
That's what helped the Chariho baseball team win a state championship in 2018
Oh
Yeah,
no,
because we had the pitching.
wait a minute, I know what it was.
No.
It was the broadcast team.
Yeah, it
Boy.
was. Oh, yeah, that's right. He went with you that day. Yeah. Those 2 games.
It was a broadcast.
Broadcast team.
We got to take a break.
We do.
All right. Where are we?
We're at the
Seafood
Seafood
Haven.
Haven. We are
We're on the
right here on
side.
Atlantic Avenue, right next to Musqueamachet. Head on down here. 11:30 to 9 are the hours down here. We'll be right back with the last half hour of Sports Open Mic right after this.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men's shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's Men's Shop since 1911.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Well, welcome back to Sports Open Mic at Seafood Haven on Atlantic Avenue. Beautiful Saturday morning. Just right here, right now. This is nice.
And we invite you to come by today. We're open every day until 9 o'clock. We open at 11:30. Great day for the beach.
It is.
A great weekend. This is going to be wonderful. We love the nice, sunny, hot weekends. Not too much the rainy ones, but
And I was here a couple weeks ago. Let me tell you, at the Wascano, is that how you pronounce that?
Yes.
Wascano Beach. The waves were outrageous that day. It was water was nice, big waves, nice area. So make sure you head on down here.
and the water temperature, I guess, right now is in the mid-70s, something like that.
Bath water.
Absolutely. Exactly.
Bob, something I don't think we've talked about is takeout.
You know, that's a big thing. We had to change things a little bit from the people that were here before. People could walk in. They didn't have table service like we do. So you'd walk in, you'd order, and then you just sit down. But I thought serving beer and alcohol, you know, if you stood in line to get your food, then you want another beer, you don't want to go through that again. So we kind of changed things. So really right around the corner here is where people come for takeout. You know, we have menus there. I have somebody working right there. And a good percentage of our business, I don't know, 30-40% maybe is takeout. And so it helps having a separate area.
So what we're talking about is it's facing the building. It's just to the at the right side of the
Right.
building.
Yep,
There's a
you can
sign
see
up.
the takeout window sign right over here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's got to be a great option for people because some people, you know, want to get their food and then head back to wherever they're going, whether it's the beach or maybe one of the nice apartments, condos over here. So
That's
Bob, do you have any of the specials like Paulie's got? Buy one, get one free.
well, that might be something to consider later on.
Yeah, but
We do have these on
Buy
the
clam
tables.
chowder and you get the bowl to put it in.
There you go. We do have signs on our tables instructing people that for takeout, it's got to be takeout. Sometimes when it's slow, we don't really make a big deal of it.
So
People
just
get the
was-
takeout and then they sit down and eat it. Well, you know, the takeout container, that all costs a lot more than the regular plates and stuff that we use. So,
But yeah, you got tables down below too.
right.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger area than you, especially inside. That's what I mean, if you drive by, you just see the front of the building. But if you actually get out of your car and come in and walk inside,
Let's try to get a camera on that.
that's just
That would be great.
Let's
Sure.
do it. Let me move this.
I can open up that door for you.
yeah, hey, there you go.
Let's see.
All right.
Pinball machines used to be all the way down the wall.
As you guys can see, a little bit of the inside here. Nice tables. Nice bar area in here too, huh?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Very nice looking in here. Thank you.
Great. Good idea.
I know, hopefully we can get this thing back in position now.
Well, we saw the most important thing, the inside of Seafood Haven. You don't need to see us.
But they don't make those cameras like they used to.
I know.
My goodness.
I know, really, it's unbelievable what the equipment that you have now, compared to the olden days.
Analog.
Yeah.
But it worked then, and then you got new technology now, and that works too. So
I'm one of the older generations, so
At Lathrop Insurance, our core values guide everything we do because insurance is more than a policy. It is a promise. We care. We treat every client like family. We're solutions driven. We find answers, not excuses. We utilize teamwork. We do what we say because integrity matters, always. And we're always growing. We strive to be better today than we were yesterday. These values have shaped 86 years of service to Rhode Island families and businesses.
Experience local excellence with Roofright Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roofright specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roofright is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
If you want a sweet treat or a bite to eat, if you're shopping for the week or a great piece of meat, there's only one place to go. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. Meet me at Dunn's Corners Market. If you're here for the weekend or you're here for a lifetime, meet me at Dunn's Corners Market.
At the Ocean Community YMCA, community means showing up across 4 branches and 2 summer camps, all rooted in one shared mission. Every day we bring people together to grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. From fitness floors to youth programs, from lifelong friendships to unforgettable summer memories. No matter your age or stage of life, there's a place for you here to belong, to thrive, and to be supported. This is the place where everyone belongs. This is the Ocean Community YMCA.
All right, we're back, everybody. I apologize for that. I tried to show everybody the inside of the Seafood Haven, and then we lost connection, but I apologize. We are back. Ben, do you know what happened there?
Yeah, you pulled on a cord or something, and the cord popped out for a second.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Well, it's all good. We're back.
You know what it is?
Ben shut us
You
off.
are cursed.
I guess I'm cursed.
I think it was Lou. I think Lou didn't like
That I had this.
Bob, I think that Lou didn't like that Bob's been showing him up with his knowledge of sports today. I think that Lou's pretty mad about the
Dusty Fenway. Magic Dusty Fenway.
all of that. So
Yeah, I think it all factored into that. So we'll blame that one on Lou.
hey, by the way, Dan,
Yes, Ben.
just for anybody watching or listening whose name might be Johnny Boots, I want to say that I just got a text from him that said, "Hey, do you want to pop in and set me up for settling the score? I see that you have a studio for Sports Open Mic, but none for the black sheep up here." And I just want to say, Dan, look into the camera. Who set up Sports Open Mic fully by themselves today and every day?
Dan.
That would be me. Ben has showed me the ropes, and yeah, I set up Sports Open Mic every single time.
Who is the producer for Sports Open Mic?
You're looking at him, the nice yellow Boston jersey. It is all me doing this.
I only show up if there's a problem.
That's it.
Like a plug gets unplugged, or maybe some idiot forgets to give you back a camera.
Yeah.
That was me.
You better be ready next week.
I also forgot
Bill?
hats too. So
Bill, you and I are going to war next week.
Yeah. So we might not have Dan there in the beginning.
no, yeah, I might be coming in for like the last half hour.
You better not come in at all next week.
Well, I'm gonna get plenty of sleep. I'll be ready to go.
My God, I hear you're trying out for a major league team.
Yeah, I'm going out to San Diego. I might not try out for shortstop because that's where Bogarts is. I'd rather play next to Bogarts. So I'll play second. I'm going to try out for the Padres.
Just tell him you play second for a few years until he gets out.
Either that or I'll just take the job from him.
Yeah.
Then he'll have to find another
He's
position,
only
right?
hitting 217.
Yeah, I could do a little bit better than that.
There you go.
This is a good nickname right here. Downtown Danny Diego. Oh, man.
damn.
Well, yes, I am going to San Diego on Monday, and I'll be going to a Padres game, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a beautiful ballpark out there.
Say hi to Orsillo for us.
I will. Hopefully I can
Aw.
see Orsillo. Yeah, he's the man.
Hey Dan,
yes.
last night Jackie asked me if anybody calls you Danny.
There are a couple people that call me Danny. Yep.
And she figured that it was like your family, like how my family calls me Benji, and I hate it.
Well, my dad actually calls me Dano. That's like something he's always called me since I was like 12 years old. And the name actually came from one of my coaches that I had growing up in baseball. Do you remember Mark Barter?
Yeah.
He was my AAU coach for like 3 or 4 seasons. He kind of like started that name off, him and my dad. They would always call me Dano. And
That's right.
name just kind of stuck.
I remember that.
But yeah, there's people that I grew up playing baseball with that still call me Danny.
There you go.
You got to be an exclusive club to do that, though.
Yeah.
Don't come up and just call me Danny.
All right, Danny. NFL this week started.
Yes. A pretty good Hall of Fame game.
Beck.
They're not going to start him.
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck. He did have a good game.
Too early for football, anyhow.
I know. And Ben also commented, Ken and Bob both drinking hot coffee in muggy 80-degree weather is such a vibe.
Gotta have our coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
So
Yeah, there was some pretty good action. I mean, Carson
all the
Beck.
way to the end.
Yeah. Yep. The guy who, Haynes King, who was from Georgia Tech. He's a rookie, backup quarterback for the Panthers. Ran in that literally buzzer-beating touchdown. You don't buy too much into it, of course, because it's just a Hall of Fame game or whatever.
Not just that. It's the first game. It's preseason. Maybe 1 or 2 starters played in the game, if that. But it's going to be interesting with some of these teams that drafted a young quarterback, whether they're going to play them right away or just have them feel their way into a start.
And I think it all depends on what you have at the position that's currently like on your team too.
Now,
Right? Like in the Raiders situation, they don't have to rush Mendoza in.
yeah, but there was a big
I heard about this.
there was a big dispute between the quarterback and the defensive tackle.
Do you
Well,
think that's
defensive
just
end.
competitiveness in practice though?
Cousins is you really never seen Cousins blow up, and Crosby usually stays to himself. So I think these are two guys that you really hear a lot of negative stuff about, and they went at it. I don't know.
It's a preseason game.
They're on that same team.
So what? Competitive. They're competitors.
What was the dispute about?
Yeah.
Like what?
What's the big deal? Anybody get killed?
Not yet.
All
Like
right.
what? Did Crosby like hit him too hard, or like what was the? I didn't get to read the whole situation. I just heard it in passing. But
Well, you had those two teammates fighting, and then out of the NFL there was another one where Peralta, the pitcher, had Soto and Lindor talking because they were going at each other.
that whole Mets situation is a whole different story anyway.
Oh yeah.
Well, now getting back to like the spending money part too, right? That's an example where teams can spend too much money and then they don't get their return on their investment. So obviously it's not just the Dodgers like just spending money, right? They're doing a good job of getting the right guys in there. They're developing the guys the right way. You still need that even if you do have all of the money in the world.
Yeah,
Because you can't just pay people.
You think the Mets could figure it out by now?
Especially a guy that came from their general manager came from Milwaukee, who didn't have a real big payroll and figured it out. But then again, Boston got Bloom, who came from a small market to a big market, and he didn't figure it out. Is it, well, I got all this money now I can spend, and you change your ways?
I just think before you spend this money, you got to be really careful and really get to know the guy too, not just the talent,
Yeah, but
right?
you know, both general managers came from a small market. They were into developing players.
That's probably the answer right there. That's where they came from. So there was not a lot of pressure on you there. Once you get to the big time,
And you got that money to spend.
then it makes a big
And
difference.
people are in your ear saying, "Hey, we got to pay this guy.
That's right.
Like, hey, we have this money. We need to
I
go
think
after it." The
that's what it
fans.
is.
The fans need to see us spend this money.
But the guy that went from Tampa to the Dodgers had no problem.
But that's a different organization, the Dodgers. They'll spend the money. There's no pressure on them. They don't care, evidently. Look at the money they spend.
But
They just keep spending it.
And they
It's like
keep,
that
and they're
barrel
still
over there. It's full.
and they're
Empty it. We'll get some more.
and they're still able to spend it because they're back-to-back World Series champions.
well, no, not only that, but Fried also kept developing a farm system. And look at every year when they go get someone, they trade their number 3 or 4 or 5 prospect, and they're not afraid to trade their prospects, and then they're not afraid to bring them up either.
Because they're getting players that can help them win now and even, in a little bit in the future too, within some cases. They're proven players. That's what I've been trying to say to people about this conversation. These organizations, some of these organizations just take people based on their talent, and like what they're projected to be with all these prospects. How about you go out and get proven players? And that's how you win, right? Am I wrong on that? Or you sometimes you do find prospects that you're able to bring in, and maybe they just need a different situation. They needed a different opportunity.
Well, the whole thing is when you go out to get the proven players, you got to get the guys that are going to be adaptable to their new environment, where they're not the king of the hill. They're just another piece of the puzzle.
Again, goes back to getting to know those guys that you're signing.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you just look at the stats, you look at the what they can do on the field, and sometimes, I don't know, but sometimes they might not get to know the player fully.
Yeah. Well, just
They don't take the time. They just think they got to make a shirt. They got to do it.
Yep.
instead of let me really find out about this guy. How is he going to fit into what we already have? Well, yeah, he's not gonna do, even though he's more talented than somebody else. I'd rather go with the guy that we know is going to fit in there.
Yeah.
And that's where the difference is with those guys. But it's the general manager.
You take San Diego, you're going to go see. They've gone out and spent money. They've been competitive.
Does it make a difference because he's going there?
Well, hopefully.
Think I can go in there and ignite some of them up?
No, but
I give them a pep talk.
They've gone. Their left side is almost $750 million between their left side. Their right fielder is another $500 million. They keep on spending money, but they're really over the hump.
I think there's some factors in that too. I think they're in a really tough division, first of all. Right? You got to play the Dodgers more than anybody else has to play the Dodgers all the time. They did have some good kind of stretches there, and they have had some good stretches. They're like hovering like right around 500, right? Remember, there was a couple postseasons ago. They made a really deep run, didn't they? They made it to like the championship series in the National League.
But
that's a completely different situation than what the Mets are.
But they don't have the money that the Dodgers have either. That's a big difference. They can afford to make a mistake every once in a while. The Dodgers.
Do they have
San Diego can't. They every move they make is almost have to be perfect, especially playing in that league with the Dodgers and the Giants are in there, right?
Giants are in there, yep. But obviously, they haven't had the season that they usually do. But they're usually a very solid team. And even the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks made a World Series a couple of years ago. 3 years ago, I think, right? Against who did they play? They lost, but can't remember who Texas. They played Texas in the World Series.
The World Series we didn't watch because near the team we were involved with.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch much of that, but
Oh, I don't know.
yeah.
So how many preseason football games are going to play now? 12 or something?
There's only
each team's going to play 12 preseason games, and then they're going to play 20 regular season games.
3 per team, Ken. There's 3 per team.
They already did.
They only played 1 game Thursday night. There's nothing this weekend. Next weekend will be.
By the way, you're a coach.
Yes.
You were just talking a while ago about those 2 players getting a little competitive with one another.
Yeah.
What about your team? Suppose you had a couple of kids that went at it a little bit because they were competitive.
They know better.
No, don't give me that answer. They don't know better. They're going to do it. What are you going to do with them?
Right now, I wouldn't have to handle it. I tell the head coach, you handle it.
Oh, sure. Pass the buck. See? You ask them a question.
No, you would find out what's wrong. It just both of these
Now, don't
guys.
forget, these guys are professionals too.
Yes, and I think Crosby, since they tried to get rid of him, it's changed his attitude a little with the Raiders.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Are they on that team?
No Stills and no Nash. Just Crosby. And he's not singing a cappella.
You didn't answer my question anyhow.
You would
which I knew you weren't going
you would
to.
have to.
So forget it.
You would have to split them up.
Forget it. I don't
And
want to
find
talk
out-
about it now.
Find out
No,
what's the
No,
right.
shut him
Oh
off.
my God.
I don't want to talk about it. I asked you a question about if it happened in high school on your team, would you think that was good or was it bad? Because they were trying to be competitive. Showing a little
spot. The whole thing
yes,
is.
yes or no.
I know
Now it looks like
my answer if it happens in my practice.
The whole thing is.
Now it looks like I'm in the Congress. It's just a yes or no answer.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
No, it's just it's out of character for both of them. I think they're really 2 guys that aren't hotheads.
Well, maybe it's being competitive. Maybe it's a competitive thing. Maybe one guy said something to the other guy, didn't like it. I mean, could there be a lot of factors?
Because I'm sure Crosby isn't silent on the football field. I'm sure
someti-
Kirk Cousins isn't either.
Sometimes it's good to have a little spat between teammates.
All right.
Sometimes it's not.
So what you're saying this is not
Yeah, you think this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think this situation is more of like not a good thing for their team.
Because how both guys usually are.
Is somebody making a big thing about this, or no? Or is it you?
No, because it's hit a couple different articles about I shouldn't say dislike for each other.
I
but
think everybody's making something out of nothing.
it could be.
I mean, you practiced and something happened. Maybe he didn't like something he did, and probably afterwards they were sitting at the Seafood Haven having clam chowder and clam fritters.
So the veteran
Rhode
quarterback
Island clam chowder.
Cousins confronted the star pass rusher after being hit twice during practice drills.
He hit him.
I guess he didn't.
And then they went out
Take too
drinking
kindly
after
for
the
that.
game, after practice.
What's that?
Not yet. 11. But you go around the other side. We can get you some, please.
Just made a sale.
This was a quote from Kubiak. That's training camp. Those are two leaders of our team going at it. So that is a part of camp. Obviously, you fight in the game. You throw a punch, you're out of the game. So we've got to be smart, treat it like a game. Yeah, if it gets to that point where you're throwing punches, of course, that's not ever a good thing. But if it was just a case where they were just kind of going at it a little bit, I don't mind that sometimes. Because guess what? The other, like, you don't push yourselves in practice against each other, you're not going to be ready for the game. And neither side of the ball is going to be ready for the game, too.
Well, that's what I meant. That's why I asked you the question about high school. I mean, I don't mean they're sitting there fighting like they're
Sing
around.
Kumbaya, Ken.
So they get in a little shouting match or pushing, and what are you gonna say? Don't you do that? No, I mean unless it got out of hand.
Unless it got out of hand.
That's all.
Nah, hit him again, harder.
Do you like that, like, Cousins showed a little bit of that role right there? Like a little bit more of like a competitive edge?
I think
because I think some of his teams would probably teammates like to see that
I
from
think
their
teammates
quarterback.
would like to see that. You've never seen him blow up before. Well, I should say you haven't seen. You've never heard of it.
That's
happening.
different.
Yeah,
It could.
different. Yep.
And nobody made a big deal about it. Somebody's making a big deal.
And they're
about
making a big deal about
and
it.
we're
'cause-
talking about it, which is probably the same thing.
because it's your Raiders.
Doesn't matter. I would say
Well, hey, both of them get to play at that nice Allegiant Stadium.
that's
It
right.
was-
That's all
it
I
was-
care
It was
about.
just like when my quarterback was on the Pat McAfee show. He just sort of signed off.
He had a lot to say about the
What-
ESPN situation with Diana Rossetti, but we'll stay off of that.
All right, we only got about a minute left. Bob, help me out
Yeah.
here.
Well,
Give me a little rundown. 11:30 opening. Good day.
I appreciate you guys coming down. Sports open mic. And like I said earlier, if you weren't watching, I'm not really a sports guy. I'm more of a restaurant guy, but these guys are the experts. So I'm happy to have them here with us today. Hopefully you've learned something about the Seafood Haven. Whenever you're at the Squamicut, we hope you will consider us as one of your destination spots. We're open 7 days a week from 11:30 till 9 p.m. We've set up a bar this year, so we have a nice, right behind where the camera is right now. We have a nice bar that's open on every day, and we're actually open later than 9 o'clock if there's people here. And then Saturday nights, tonight, we have Caswell After Dark, which is, we have a small menu, like a bar menu. We have entertainment. Of course, the drive-in's right over here, so you can watch the movie. Unfortunately, it's too far away to hear the movie, but we have the drive-in every night, Wednesday through Sunday. That's about all I can say. Hope if you haven't been here before, we hope you'll stop by. We hope to be open until Columbus Day weekend.
Come down for
Right.
Bob's
That's
famous
it.
chowder.
Bob, it sounds like you've done commercials like that before.
That was that was pretty smooth right there.
I remember.
Well, hey, when you know what you're doing, you don't need a script.
Exactly.
Well, I read in church on Sundays. As long as I have something in front of me, I mean, I don't mind speaking, but I guess I did all right there. But
That was perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Good enough.
but if I don't have something to look at, some people are good at just ad-libbing. I'm really not. But, give me a script and I'll be fine.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming. I really
All right,
appreciate it.
that'll do it for Sports Open Mic. For Dan, Bill, Bob, and Lou. Come back next week. I'm Ken. Thanks for watching.
See you
and
later.
listening.